What's up, guys? So in the last video, I was talking about some changes I was gonna make to the 67. I didn't feel like it was transferring the weight like it should, because I felt like the front shocks a little too tight. So I loosened the front shocks up like I was talking about, and we went to Etheridge, and it didn't char tires none, didn't char back tires none. It ran really consistent. So I feel like that helped it. But we got rained out, and we were in the third round, we got rained out. I was doubled still. I double entered, so I still had both my entries in the third round, and they said that they were gonna finish that race next month in September when we come back for the 5th race of that series we're doing, and do both races that weekend. So yeah, I feel like it worked. Felt like it did good. But also in the last video, we had the front end of the 70 still tore down. And I was talking about we're gonna put bushings and ball joints, new ball joints, new bushings in the A-arms. And we did that. Got the front end hooked back together. Had my buddy Kevin come back over. Got the front end set up. It worked. So apparently the bushings were wore, or ball joints needed to be changed, and it gave us enough play to get the front end like we wanted. We had to change the steering rod a little bit, had to put a knuckle in it. Had some clearance issues we had to fix. But we got it back together. Got it back on the ground. So we're gonna take it tomorrow, which is August 7th. We're gonna go to I-22. We're taking both cars, taking the 67 and the 70. My uncle is gonna drive the 70. We're gonna put it in his trailer. Let him drive it, test it. May not race it, I don't know. I guess depends on what kind of problems we have with it. Hopefully none. But I will be racing my car, 67. And hopefully we can race the 72. But there's a few things we gotta do this afternoon. We gotta change the timing, because my dad's got the timing on 30 degrees. We're gonna put it on 36. We gotta put this header back on over here. It's not bolted all the way on. I gotta mess with the rear shocks, because they're strange double adjustables. So they're a little different than my QA1s that I have on my car. So I gotta get under there and figure out what they're on and what we want to set them at and stuff. And we had ordered double adjustables for the front, and that was my mistake. I ordered the wrong ones. They were for my car. They weren't for a 70. So actually the ones for a 70 are on back order right now. So we wouldn't have got them anyways. I wouldn't have them by now. So we had to put the old 9010s that were on it back on it. And I feel like it's gonna be fine. I don't think we're gonna have a wheelie problem. Not yet anyways. We just leave soft, or leave it 3,000. I'll probably foot brake at the first pass, and then leave off trans brake from there. I don't think it's gonna have any wheelie problems. But yeah, my car is ready to go. I just gotta put some fuel in it, crank it, warm it up, and load it in the trailer. Yeah, that's about it. Kind of look over some things, I guess. And like I said, the 70, when my dad gets here, we're gonna change the timing and put the front cap back on it, and he's gotta put that header back on. I gotta mess with these shocks. I'm gonna back it out and wash it. I don't know if Akers can come get it today, or if we're gonna wait in the morning and load it up in his trailer or what. But my dad will be there. He will be recording all the passes, so I'll be able to make a video out of tomorrow. So y'all be able to see what's going on, what happens, everything like that. So, all right then.
So you just saw what we had going Saturday night. First time we had both cars at the track. We were at I-22. We ended up just being able to test the 70 because we were having fuel problems with it. It was surging on the big end. So we think that it's not getting the volume it needs. So we have ordered a pressure regulator because it has a bypass regulator on it right now. And it's bypassing so much fuel back to the tank, and we think maybe it's losing volume there. Maybe it needs a pressure regulator. That way the pump's putting up all the pressure to the front and just deadheading it right there. That way that pressure, that volume stays there on the line instead of being bypassed. So we're hoping that works. I got one on order. It's gonna be a couple weeks before it comes in. But the first pass we made, it ran a 645 with it surging. It was like 6.5 pounds of fuel pressure. Second pass, we raised the fuel pressure to like 8.5 pounds. Made another pass, it ran a 629 with it surging. And then raised it again to like 10 pounds. Made that last pass, which one y'all saw was the last pass. And it ran a 625 with it surging. So I believe once we get the fuel straight, it's gonna be a fast car for what it is. I figured it was gonna run 620s. With it all right. I mean, it's running 620s with it surging on the B end. So it could be a teen car. It may end up being 100 faster than that, or it may run some O's. You know, we're in August and it run that in the heat. So I mean, we get into October, November, or beginning of the year when we're racing in April and May or March. You know, something like that. It may run some 6.0s. It's just lighter. It's 200 pounds lighter than the 67 is. And I believe it's going to run with that 406 in it. But we raced the 67. I did okay. Car did excellent. Car did what it does. It runs a number like it always does. But first round didn't get recorded. But I actually lost first round. And I bought back in. But first round it ran a 590. With a 7, and I was dialed 5.9, so it ran dead on. Second round, y'all saw it. I won. Ran another 5.90 with a 7. Dead on. Third round, I dialed another 5.90. Ran 5.90 with a 2, I believe. So it was dead on with a 2. Fourth round, dialed another 5.90. Ran dead on with a 3. Just other guy was dead on with a 7. He got me on the tree. I had like a 23 thousandths package, and he had 11 thousandths package. So he had me by about 12 thousandths, 13 thousandths to the finish line. So he just had me on the tree. But I mean, it is what it is. We'll try again next time, you know. But hopefully we know what we gotta do to the 70 to get it straight. We believe we do. We kind of had the same problems with the 67 2 years ago when we put this 428 cubic inch small block in it. We had to change the whole fuel system. Ended up going to a pressure regulator on this car and only bypassing off the pump. But the 70's got Holly Black on it, which is the 70's got the stuff that come off this car. It's got the Holly Black, it's got the bypass regulator, which what come off this car. And we thought it would work, but it's not. Holly Black puts up, I don't know, 14, 15 pounds. I'm not sure what line's on the car. I think it's like 8 AN from the tank to the regulator, and then maybe 6 from there on to the carburetor. But it's bypassing, you know, it's got 15 pounds at the regulator, and it bypasses like, we had it set to bypass like 7, something like that, because you're showing like 6, 7 pounds on the gauge. But I think it needs a pressure regulator like what this car needed, and we got one on order, so we'll see what that does. It's gonna be a couple weeks before we get to try it. Probably end up being like a month before we get to try it or longer, but we'll get it straightened out. It's been a long, hard week for me and my family. My little girl tested positive for COVID. We ended up in the hospital in Jackson. Then my wife, when we got home, she tested positive. I have not got sick yet. I actually get tested tomorrow see if I can go back to work or not. Cause it's, I mean, as you see, I'm in a trailer. The car's still in a trailer. It's been in a trailer since last Saturday. Today's actually like the 14th or 15th. So that the race I'm talking about was on the 7th. So it's been a week. And the car's still in the trailer. I've been having no time to do nothing. I was gonna leave it in the trailer anyways. Because the next points race for that series we're in is this coming Saturday. So I'm hoping I test negative tomorrow so I can go back to work. And if everybody feels good, feels better, gets a little stronger, we may try and hopefully go with that points race Saturday. So, but I appreciate y'all watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. Tell your friends. Check us out. But I appreciate all y'all. Thank you. I'll see y'all in the next one.